produced by a guy who wouldn't have been president if not for the majority white population that voted for him.
There's a movie called Leave the World Behind that was just released on Netflix. Razor, have you heard about this movie at all?
No.
Okay.
I canceled Netflix a long time ago, by the way.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. I have not. I'm still the sucker, still paying for it on a week-to-week basis. Well, this movie stars Julia Roberts, and it has a couple other noticeable people that you'd recognize. May not know their faces, but the big tagline behind this was that it was produced by our former president Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. And
well, they have is it minority or majority ownership in Netflix? No pun intended on the minority ownership thing, by the way.
Is that really? They have ownership in Netflix?
Yeah. That's why the Obama Netflix thing. They have a stake in Netflix.
Okay. Well, the film is produced by Barack and Michelle Obama's company, production company, Higher Ground Productions, and as put together by this tweet over here. I just want to read this off. It says he would read scripts and give notes, everything from the characters to the disaster elements to the themes. Same thing with the cuts. So obviously, very, very big on the production side of things, right? Sounds like from top to bottom. Well, there's this really interesting scene here, which, given everything we talked about today with Elon Musk and Twitter and kind of the machine attached to it, the whole story here, it says one scene in which you see in the trailer, a bunch of self-driving Teslas go haywire and start crashing into each other. It recalls quite a few crashing cars that day. I'm not going to pretend that we didn't extend it with some CGI, but I got to say there were a lot of real Teslas out there that got to be destroyed. So what's interesting is that in this scene, as you go through and you look at it, I'm going to go and mute it. All these Teslas are lined up here, and they were all self-driving here. And she goes up, and when Blabs was talking about this, I was like, so a bunch of electric cars, it's like some sort of statement on electric cars. No, it's a statement directly on Tesla, which is amazing, which obviously is the biggest market share leader in this. But it talks about the self-driving here, and then you see them get in their gas-powered car, I guess, which is I think the bigger thing is that it's not a Tesla, right? Yeah, it's not a Tesla.
Hybrid or something.
Get in the car.
Not a Tuma.
So they get going in their car. That is definitely not a Tesla.
Yeah.
And they get going, and sure enough, the big chase happens, and these Teslas are just running into each other because they have no idea. Like, Teslas can't stop. They can't stop when they're in self-driving, which is just amazing to see. So is this a statement on Tesla, or is this a shot at Elon Musk?
Probably.
There's more, actually.
I don't think. I bet it was probably already in the script, but they decided to make it a Tesla just to shit on Elon Musk. I'm 10-1. That's what happened.
Right.
If you watch the very last few seconds of that video, you'll see that it's a complete lineup that goes on for like ages. And it's like a dystopian society. It's like miles upon miles upon miles long. And also, if you notice, the husband was driving originally, and then when she's chasing away from the Teslas, it's her driving.
So here's all your Teslas.
Dystopian society.
So congratulations. You just
Yeah.
So
I mean, I know it's based on a book. The show is supposedly based on a book, or the movie, whatever, is based on a book. So I don't know if that was in the book or not, or if they put that in themselves.
D-Sub says Hollywood loves electric cars, though. Yes, but they don't love Elon Musk.
Yep.
There it is right there. And I think that's the biggest thing. So, but it continues. This movie has more kind of like interesting things attached to it. There is a scene. Well, you know what? Let's just play this out. Let's just see what you think of this here, Razor. As I don't want to tell you at all what's going on here.
All right.
I'm asking for you to remember that if the world falls apart, trust should not be dulled out easily to anyone, especially.
Who speaks like that? Before they even got to the white people part, I was like, who speaks like this? Who? The fuck? Trust should not be doled out. Have you ever uttered that phrase in your fucking life?
Listen,
easily.
the EVs were not chasing. Teslas were not chasing me down during the situation, like knocking on my doors, looking to run over me. So I don't know. I don't know how I'd speak in that situation in my house. So, but yes, here it is, right here.
To anyone, especially white people. Even mom would agree with me on that.
Mom. My mama told me.
By the way,
produced by a guy who wouldn't have been president if not for the majority white population that voted for him.
Nah.
could you imagine? I'm just, once again, I'd like to flip this around, right? Let's just say, I'm not even going to go to Trump, right? Let's just say George Bush or Bill Clinton was the executive producer on a film. And in that film, it said, trust is very hard to hand out, especially to black people. Could you imagine what would happen in that situation? How the earth would burn. It's insane to think that, like, that's okay. I mean, wow. Like, they're clearly extremely racist people. Extremely racist people in this movie. It's crazy. Wow. But what do you think about this? Leave us a comment down below. We read every single one of them. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button because you have found your home for common sense in the gaming and entertainment worlds.